Hey everyone, 24/7 here, and I am here with 1998 Royal Rumble. So, I've been watching this basically over the week because I didn't want to burn myself out because there's like too much wrestling at once. It's hard. I think the burnout's kicking my ass right now. So it's gonna be nice that we're kind of somewhat taking a break from like reviews. I want to post weekly content, so I'm gonna try. So it's probably gonna be a bunch of Wrestle Rambles and all that shit, but I'll get into that later. But yeah, the 1998 Royal Rumble. I enjoyed this show. I definitely enjoyed it more than 1988. I'll say that much. It was weird. I totally was like, I'm reviewing 1988 and 1998. Yeah, the show took place on January 18th, 1998 in San Jose, California, at the San Jose Arena with an attendance of 18,542 and a buy rate of 300,000. I've always loved the poster for the show too. It's basically Stone Cold with like a pin in the back of his head that says Royal Rumble, and he has a bunch of pins in the rest of it. I'm like, he's Pinhead. As a horror fan, love that. Yeah, this was the first Royal Rumble of the Attitude Era, so that's crazy. The problem with that, we'll get into. So the opening match was Vader taking on, and I'm going to preface this, the artist formerly known as Goldust, and he had Luna with him. This was his weird, like, fucking, I don't even know what the hell kind of gimmick this was. I'm going to be completely straight with you. I have no idea. He broke up with Marlena before, and I'm like, why? Why would you? I get it. I don't even know why. I don't even know, man. It's just really dumb. But yeah, this match was okay. I didn't love this match. It surprised me how okay it was, but it didn't really do anything for me. Vader looked really good, really strong here. He got a great pop from the crowd, and Goldust, they didn't. Yeah. Good back and forth between both these guys. I like both guys, but I don't think Dustin was a very good place around this time. I don't know. It's just late 90s were so weird for him. Like in the beginning of his run, he was really interesting. I really liked that. Then it got not great, and then in the early 2000s with like Booker T, that was fun. And then he left, and it was just bad, like really bad. Then he came back in the 2010s. That was good. And then Dustin's doing great right now. Vader, yeah, he just got announced he's going to get a Dark Side of the Ring episode, which I'm really interested to see about. But, yeah, like I said, good match, nothing great. I do love the ending sequence, though, where Luna basically got involved the entire match. She really did her best to try to make sure that Vader didn't win. She actually prevented Vader from doing a Vader bomb, and Goldust got a low blow on him for a 2 count, not a 3 count. I don't know why that was so weird and hard for me. But, yeah, like, so the ending of the match is really good. It should have ended in a DQ, but I'm allowing this. It was the Attitude Era, so I'm going to let it slide a little bit, because things were different at the time. But basically, Vader was going to go for the Vader bomb. Luna got on top of Vader, had him, like, grabbed his neck like this and just held on like that, basically. And then he did the Vader bomb with her. And it was doubly worse, not just because of all the weight going on Goldust, but also the fact that... You okay, bud? I know, baby. Come here. I know. Sorry, the cat wants snuggles. But yeah. Not only did all the weight go on Goldust, but then afterwards, Luna fell on Goldust. And Vader got the win. I'll give it 2.5 stars. It was okay, but it was nothing special. Next was a 6-man tag team match. Mind you, this match went almost as long as in the previous match, and you'll see why that's a bad thing in a second. It was between Minimax, Mosaic, and Nova taking on Battalion, El Torito. No, not that one. There is another El Torito. And Tarantula. This is a midget match. Which, okay. And Sonny was the special guest referee for some fucking reason. I don't even know what the story was going into this match. Was there? Yeah, there was nothing. One of my favorite spot was Max Mini, just because I have it written down here, just because I forget these things. This is why I script everything. He used Sunny to help dropkick. I think it was Battalion. I didn't write it down. But then he kicked Tarantula, and then he kicked El Torito, and then he hit a top rope Hurricanrana on Torito, and then he won with a backslide, which is weird. I'll give the match 2 stars. Like, what did you expect this match to be? Not good, but we'll get to something good next to the Intercontinental Championship match as The Rock, Rocky Maivia, because that's what he was called, defending against Ken Shamrock. Now, this is a good match because I like both these guys. I love their guys' feud. I really think it should have ended with, because they kept doing this shit with, Shamrock, where they would beat The Rock and then he wouldn't win the title. It was really dumb. And I think he should have won it at Mania 14. I really think that was what they were building to, but they didn't. And it was, I don't know, not a great decision. He won it eventually later in the year, but it didn't matter at that point. But yeah, this is a really good match. These two had great chemistry together. There was actually infighting between the Nation of Domination members, all of them. And Mark Henry actually recently joined the group at that time, so that was cool, yeah. Nice back and forth. I forgot how good of a fisherman suplex Shamrock had, but I love his intensity in this match, especially against The Rock. Rock was very much the heel. See, The Rock really never changed as a heel, the way he wrestled, because he very much wrestles a specific way as a heel and a babyface, and I really like that. That's something he excels at. And this is awesome. The ending was really creative. I will give them that, but I don't love how, I don't know, if it was creative. I'll just explain it. So basically, Nation of Domination came up and tried to help The Rock. And then, D'Los Brown actually got caught in the rope, basically. And that distracted the referee long enough for Rock to grab brass knuckles. And then he hid them in Shamrock's trunks. And then, the referee was free. Count of 1, 2, kick out. And you're thinking, if you were planning on winning with that, why would you put it in his pants? And then you realize, Shamrock then hit a belly-to-belly suplex, which is like, wait, that was his finish? And then I remembered, oh yeah, that's how he won the NWA title. That's right. And he won. The Shamrock won the title. And then The Rock was like, hey, check his tights. Yep. The ref took the belt away. It was a DQ. Shenanigans. Now, that's some 90s shenanigans. I did not see that coming. I will give the match that. But I really think that Shamrock should have won the title at Mania. That's all I'm saying. I still give the match 3.5 stars. This is a really good match. Not the best match in the show, because, yeah. Next, probably my least favorite match in the show. New Age Outlaws take on Legion of Doom. This was not a good match. This is for the tag titles. I will say one thing, though, that made me fucking chuckle like a piece of shit. And the only reason I like this so much is because I'm a Packers fan. So they were in California. And guess who? What just happened right before that? I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this was the divisional round. No, right. This was the Packers going to the Super Bowl. I'm almost positive. I'm going to look it up. It was! Son of a bitch, it was! Right. I think... Hold on, what was the NFC Championship game then? Was it Packers-Niners? Right. It was the NFC Championship game. So, what day was that? I'm checking what day that was, because January 11th, yeah, because the Rumble took place on the 18th. So it was literally a week later. So this is literally in between the Super Bowl and the NFC Championship game that this pay-per-view took place. And the Packers beat the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. So what did the New Age Outlaws do? They wore fucking Brett Favre jerseys to the ring, shitting on Steve Young. And it was fucking wonderful. I... Oh my god, that made me fun, really happy, but then I realized sad because we lost the Super Bowl that year. I'll take my wins where I can get them. Mind you, that's the only Super Bowl the Packers ever lost. I know, I just went on an NFL rant. And yeah, this was not a good match. That was the most interesting thing about the match, was them coming through it, but like, yeah. This match, it wasn't bad. They were just kind of beating the shit out of each other the whole time. Like, they were just beating each other outside. There were chairs involved. There were fucking handcuffs. Animal beat the shit out of New Age Outlaws basically by himself. Yeah, and eventually hitting a power slam on Gunn, going to win the titles, and then got hit with a chair by Road Dogg and a DQ. And then the Outlaws beat up Animal. And then Hawk saved him. And, after being handcuffed, by the way. So, it was just a mess. It's the kind of stuff I don't miss from the Attitude Era. Everyone's like, oh, Attitude Eras are great. I'm like, you get so many, like, shitty DQ finishes and shit, like, all the time like this, because nobody really wanted to lose. So, and I feel like this is not mean. Both members are dead, so I'm not trying to do this in a mean way. But, like, I feel like the LOD are the type of people to hold you on the shoulder, like, we ain't losing, bud. No, we can win by DQ, so you guys keep the titles, but you're not pitting us. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just kind of the vibe I get from them. And from the stories I've heard, probably true. Now, the 1998 Royal Rumble match. So, I'm going to go through the list. So, the opening two. Perfect, by the way. Cactus Jack, and then Chainsaw Charlie. Charlie actually lasted about 25 minutes, because the match is like an hour long, so he lasted a good while. And it was Tom Brandi, The Rock, who was the Iron Man in the match. He lasted about 50 and a half minutes. That was pretty good. Then was Mosh, then Phineas Godwin, 8-Ball. You guys remember 8-Ball? I don't. Blackjack Bradshaw, if you guys don't know who that is, that's JBL, with like short black hair and a mustache. It was weird. How long did he last? He lasted like 35 minutes. That's crazy, man. And then Owen Hart, who was coming down the ring, and then got beat up by Jeff Jarrett and Jim Cornette. He was from NWA. I think he was the NWA North American champion, I think. Please correct me on that. Yeah, so Owen didn't get in the match for, like a couple of minutes. Then it was Steve Blackman, D'Lo Brown, who actually lasted a good little bit. He lasted not an hour and a half. He lasted like half an hour. Then he immediately started beating up The Rock. He's like, no, fuck you, I want to win this Rumble, which is fair. Because, like, in the Rumble, you shouldn't need partnerships. It's just like, I want to fucking win. Then fucking Kurgan came out, and then he eliminated a bunch of people. He eliminated so many people. It took 8-Ball, Bradshaw, Ken Shamrock, Chainsaw Charlie, Phineas Godwin, and The Rock to eliminate him. Yeah, and then there was Mark Marrow, who, when Sable came out, Sable got a bigger pop. He was in this, like, over-the-top boxer thing, and it was so fucking stupid. I'm so happy Sable left. Such a goober. Got Sable chance. That's not shocking. Then it was fucking Ken Shamrock who just went after The Rock. He's like, fuck you, bitch. Then it was Thrasher, Mankind, and then Chainsaw Charlie eliminated Cactus Jack, and then Mick Foley came back out as Mankind. And only lasted 2 minutes. So yeah, got eliminated by the next person, Goldust. And then Jeff Jarrett came out. And then Owen Hart came back in the ring and immediately eliminated him. Jarrett was actually going to throw Owen over the top rope, but Owen grabbed the ropes, did a thing like the Shawn Michaels holding on thing, and then pulled himself back up and tossed Jarrett out. Jarrett only lasted like a minute. Then it was the Honky Tonk Man. He was in there for a good 20 minutes, so that was shocking. Then it was Ahmed Johnson, Mark Henry, Skull. I don't know who Skull is, but apparently Skull. The only reason Skull wasn't in the match because who beat him up? Yeah, he was attacked by Los Boricuas, which is Savio Vega's group. Because they mistook him for Stone Cold. Because the whole point of this Rumble, I forgot to mention until now, literally Stone Cold was like, fuck all of you, I'm going to win this Rumble, I want you all to stop me. Spoilers, they didn't. This is a one-man Rumble. There was only one man who was ever gonna win this Rumble, and it was Stone Cold. Because that's the problem, it's a one-man Rumble. There was only ever gonna be one person. The only other person that looked even as good was The Rock. We'll get to that. Next was Kama Mustafa. Then Stone Cold came out, and everyone, literally the entire group, went to look for Stone Cold, and then he came through the back, just started beating the shit out of everyone because he's Stone Cold, that's what he does. Then it was Henry Godwin, who, by the way, the t-shirt he was wearing, he had blue overalls, and then the shirt he was wearing was a Confederate flag, which, yikes. It's not good. I visibly was like, I don't like this. Then it was Savio Vega. By the way, Vega came out with his group, and then they all just tried beating up Stone Cold, but that didn't last long. But Stone Cold, yeah. Who got the most eliminations in this match? Oh, that's not shocking. It was crazy. I'll get to that. Then it was Farouk. And then it was Mick Foley again as Dude Love. The 3 Faces of Foley Rumble. That's the best thing about this Rumble. I'm gonna level with you, Mick Foley. And Dude Love lasted like almost 10 minutes. And it was Chains. Guys, remember Chains? God, fuck this group. It's terrible. And then number 30, Vader. Not the best Rumble lineup. I'm gonna level with you. The other ones, this felt like mid-card bullshit. Mind you, Triple H was European champion and hurt, and him and China eliminated Owen Hart, and I think that led to their match at Mania. I'm almost positive that was the Mania match, because 15 was Kane, 14 was Owen Hart for the European title, which Triple H won. Okay. Look, I'm happy he's going to the Hall of Fame, but you won too much. Zach, you won too much. You know I'm right. Yeah, so the final 4 ended up being Dude Love, The Rock, Farouk, and Stone Cold. The Rock and Farouk eliminated Dude Love, and then The Rock and Farouk went at it. The Rock ended up eliminating Farouk, and then the best elimination in this match, just The Rock and Steve Austin just going at it, and you just felt like, yes, yes, this is the preview. Besides their matches over the IC title, this felt like, oh yeah, like these guys are gonna be like, oh, these are like the next 2 biggest guys, like these guys right here, and just them going back and forth with each other felt so good. I don't know why it felt so good to me. It was just like, oh yeah, these guys are fucking great. Yeah, sorry. I was checking it. But yeah, Stone Cold ends up hitting the stunner, and then in a great stunner style by The Rock, by the way. And Austin throws him out, wins the 1998 Royal Rumble. Was there any doubt that Stone Cold was going to win this Rumble? Come on now. That was basically in the preview. They basically told you, yeah, Stone Cold's winning this match, and then he would go on to face. We'll get to that. Next, your main event. Actually, I should rate the Royal Rumble match 3 stars. No, 3.5 stars. I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars because I really liked this match. It's not as boring as everyone says it is. I personally really enjoyed it, but yeah, it was definitely a one-man Rumble. Finally, your main event, a casket match for the World Wrestling Federation Championship, as Shawn Michaels, prick Shawn Michaels, who, by the way, like a little over 2 months beforehand, was involved in a little match you might have heard of that Zach already reviews, called the Montreal Screwjob. If you want to find out more about that, go watch Zach's review of that. Go watch that. Go watch Survivor Series 1997 review. It's very good. But yeah, defending against The Undertaker. These two have been beefing hard. Kane got involved, all DX is getting involved. Kane actually saved Taker from DX, so yeah. This match is infamous for one reason, and I'll get to that right now. So about 7 minutes of this match. This is about a 20-minute match, so only 7 minutes into this match. Shawn Taker sent Shawn flying. He goes like this, basically. Shawn, his lower back, lands right in the corner of the casket, right? That injury basically put him on the shelf for 4 fucking years. Mind you, he gutted through Mania. And the fact that he got that good of a match out of Stone Cold WrestleMania is nothing short of a miracle. Because that's painful. And he fucking was high up and went boom, and he just rolled. And you could kind of tell something was up, but he was not the same after that. But like these two. Yeah. Shawn hit a fucking pile driver on the steel steps. It was cool as shit. Taker even brought up the jumping tombstone, by the way, which is crazy. He pushed on the casket. And before Taker could close it, the Outlaws and Los Barricas came out and just attacked Taker. Let's go out then. Then all of a sudden, Kane came out and they beat the shit out of everyone except Undertaker. And then Shawn and Triple H were helping Shawn out of the casket. And then Kane attacks the Undertaker, beating the crap out of Taker, chokeslamming him to the casket. And then DX closed the casket, and Shawn retains. I'll give the match. No, I'm going to say that. Wait. And then, there's more. There's more. Not just Kane standing tall. There's more. Paul Bearer came out, had 2 padlocks. No, he just padlocked it, right? Had a big padlock. Locked the fucking casket. Rolled it to the top of the entrance. He fucking took a goddamn axe. Fucking just starts chopping the shit out of the fucking casket. And then threw gasoline on top of it. And then he fucking lit it on fire. And then the commissioner, Sergeant Slaughter, came out to break open the casket. He had to take her out of there. But when he opened it, it was empty. Taker was gone. And then the voice, all you heard was Taker's voice. And all he said was, Kane, until our paths cross again, I shall never rest in peace. And that would set up to their great Mania match, which is, I think, the best match on that show. But overall, this was actually a pretty decent show. It wasn't amazing. I'll give them this match. I'll give it 4 stars. Shawn put on a good performance despite his back feeling like a piece of shit. Because he went, ow. That was painful. But yeah, this was I basically guaranteed 2 things. 1, Taker, Kane at Mania, and then Shawn versus Austin. Oh, yeah, and Mike Tyson was there. I completely forgot to mention Mike Tyson was watching this whole show, but he was having a great fucking time. But yeah, this show, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I actually really like this show. It wasn't, like, perfect or anything, but I did enjoy it. I did enjoy watching this. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Next time, because it'll be Zach reviewing the 2025 Royal Rumble. Yes, so Zach is going to be talking about this year's Royal Rumble, which I'm super fucking excited for, by the way. I'm live streaming with my partner. It's going to be super fun. We're going to be here at my place, so I hope you guys enjoy that. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys with more awesome wrestling content. Thank you guys so much.